What is up, guys? It is Dope as Shit, bringing you guys another video on camera. Shout out to you guys, the viewers, the subscribers. Thank you guys for showing a lot of support on the streams, on the videos, the shorts, everything like that. So if you're new to the channel, thank you for the support. I appreciate you guys greatly. In this one, we're going to be talking about the console market and just the broader gaming industry right now, because there's been a lot of concerning trends that's been happening in the industry for the past couple of years. A lot of layoffs. Console prices increase. I did a video a couple days ago talking about how Xbox is increasing the prices of their consoles again for the second time this year. Earlier this year, PlayStation increased the price of their PS5 models. Nintendo increased the price of their accessories. So we'll see what's going to happen entering 2026. Still got some bangers on the way too in regards to video games. So I don't think gaming is in a dire position right now, because there's still a lot of money in the industry, right? Especially from consumer spending. Now, is spending on hardware going to go down? Yeah, like it's obvious, right? Xbox, I talked about this in my previous two Xbox videos, talking about how hardware sales for Xbox in particular is down 22% this year compared to last year. And this is from their earnings report that I put in my video as well. So some good research being done there. I think with PlayStation and Nintendo, there's going to be a bit of a slowdown, but not too much like how Xbox. Xbox they don't have the mind share. Let's just get that out of the way. Like, the Xbox brand as we knew it 10, 15 years ago is not the same. Is Xbox dead? Not yet, but it's trending that way. I wouldn't be surprised if, their console strategy as we knew it won't be the same going into the next gen. A lot of people need to prepare for that. Like, the reality is they've done more harm to the Xbox brand since 2013 than I've ever seen any other brand in gaming. Like, it's just unprecedented, right? But PlayStation and Nintendo, they're very unique cases within the console market where even with the price increases, they still have enough mind share, enough goodwill and good faith with consumers and gamers, so where they can overcome it and people will still buy it. So I'm not really too concerned about those two companies in particular. In regards to AAA development, it's gonna vary, right? Because we know, like, the cost of gaming is rising with consoles, with PCs. Do I think this is gonna last forever? I don't think so, right? Like, economic factors do change. We're in a very inflationary environment right now where prices across the board are up. Housing, energy prices, food, groceries and stuff like that, and even tech prices are up right now, right? And then on top of that, you have these companies reducing their headcount by a lot, especially in the gaming industry. A lot of layoffs in the gaming industry, which is very, very concerning. But I think that at some point in time, there's going to be a shift in the next couple of years, especially as this regime in the White House, as they get phased out, and we see a new administration come into office. Like, a lot of those economic policies that we see right now are either going to be completely reversed or change course, right? So I don't think that this is going to last for too long. And for people who are in the internet saying that, oh, the cost of the PS6 is going to be $700, $800, you don't know that, right? Like, what's happening right now in the gaming industry in regards to pricing for consoles is not going to last too long. Trust me on that. And if you think that Sony is going to, pull another PS3 in regards to pricing with the PS6 at launch, you're in for a huge surprise, right? So we don't know where manufacturing for consoles in the next couple of years are going to be, especially for next gen. So I'm not going to be the doomer here and say, oh, PS6 is going to be $800 at launch with the way that. No, we have to understand that the market moves in cycles. We have our bull era and our bearish era, right? So we'll see what happens with that. In regards to AAA gaming, I think some games are going to flop entirely, unless your game is really, like, appealing to a wide variety of gamers. Like, people have choices to make, right? The majority of people are casual gamers. They buy and play 3, 4, 5 games a year. Not everybody is like this hardcore gamer where they're really tapped in with the releases that are coming out every month, and they're playing like 10 plus games a year. So you'll see what happens. But a lot of these AAA games as well, like they're in development for like 4 or 5, sometimes even 6 years, right? And you see the development cost of these games go into the hundreds of millions. And if you're like a GTA, like you're gonna make your money, but a lot of these other games, I don't know, like it's gonna be really, really hard. We already see that they're operating on very, very thin margins, right? And this was something that was brought up by Sean Layden years ago about the rising cost of development isn't sustainable. So we'll see what happens with that. But I think there's going to be a lot more flops, particularly with like multiplayer and live service games. There's going to be a lot of slop coming out from that point. For single player games, like I'm not too concerned about single player games, honestly. When I look at Ghost of Yote, and I've seen recently that the development cost of Ghost of Yote is more in line with Ghost of Tsushima development costs, that's a positive thing for me. I'm like, yeah, that's pretty good. But when you also look at the game, it's like some people would call it DLC. I'm like, it's a sequel, right? Like it's not a direct sequel, but for the most part, it's like Ghost of Tsushima came out in 2020. I'm pretty sure they were using a lot of the same assets. Like when I went from God of War 2018 to Ragnarok, I was like, yeah, some parts of the game look better, but it's more of the same visually, outside of like increased visuals. So I don't really mind it. Like as long as the game is fun and they're telling like a really good story, then it is what it is with me, right? So you're not going to see a lot of the generational uplift from a lot of these single player games like you would have expected a couple of years ago, right? When they first announced the PS5 or Series X, and you're like, oh my god, game design is going to be radically changed, and we haven't seen that yet. So I think that later on in this generation, more of like late PS5, early PS6, and whatever the Xbox is going to be, you're going to see some very, very revolutionary titles hit the market. And we're starting to see it now. Like there's a lot of like bangers that are hitting. So I'm not too concerned about the gaming industry long term. Short term, yes. Long term, no. I think prices will reach a stable price in the future. Like I said, like once this administration, this regime is gone, you're gonna see a lot of changes. So don't expect the PS6 to be $700. Don't expect that. Um, And yeah, let me know your thoughts in the comment section. I'll probably continue this later on like a live stream or a different video. And sorry I sound a little nasally, like my allergies are acting up now that the season's changing, so it's been killing me. Shit sucks, but it is what it is. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. We'll have more of this discussion later on. And peace.